Hello everyone, it's Angel from the Abernathy's Go Green. Time for another Makeup Monthly. This is just a little video that I like to put together to show you guys how I change out the content of my monthly makeup bag. And I like to do this because it makes it so much easier to get ready in the morning because I have all the makeup that I need in this bag and I don't have to go through my whole entire collection to get ready in the morning, which can be overwhelming when you have a growing collection of makeup. I'm also doing a little project pan, so I'm going to show you updates on those. So I have all the makeup that was in here for the month of March, and I want to kind of update you on how I like the products, and then we'll do a little shop my stash and pick out the makeup that's going to go in here for me to use for April. So as far as my SPF, I do have the Andalou Naturals 1000 Roses CC Cream. This has SPF 30 in it, and it's a tinted moisturizer. This is in my project pan, so I want to use it until it's all done. Very good, affordable SPF. It does contain dimethicone though, so if that's not an ingredient that you're okay with, know that this does contain dimethicone. And then the foundation that I use is the 100% pure fruit pigmented water foundation. I'm in the shade Warm 04, and I use this on days when I want a little bit more coverage than this provides. One pump will do a very light amount of coverage, and then it does build up very well. And I can get a medium to, I wouldn't say full coverage, but I really like it. This will go on to my April makeup bag just because I really don't have very many foundations and I want to keep using this until my skin gets a little bit darker in the summer. And then for a concealer, I use the Elate Cream Revealer. This is in my project pan. I use this whenever I use the 100% pure water foundation. And I use the Well People Bio Brightener Invisible Powder, which is also in my project pan, to set under my eyes. And I drew a line from the intro of this. I started this series in February. So I drew a line there in February, and then March I really didn't see a very significant difference between where I was in February and then in March. But at the end of March, beginning of April, that's how much product I used up, so I need to draw a line there to show progress on my project pan. But I really like this. Sets makeup beautifully and it doesn't completely mattify my skin, and I'm not a fan of a mattified look on my skin, so that's why I really like this powder. And then on days whenever I don't want to do very much, maybe I would just put my sunscreen on and do a little bit of concealer, I reach for this Clove and Hallow concealer in the shade 03. And I really just like this because I don't have to use a powder to set it. So I would just put on my sunscreen and then put a little bit of this under my eyes and then use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to kind of just blend it in. And that's all I would do on days that I don't want to wear foundation and I want a little bit more coverage. And I really like it because, like I said, I don't have to reach for a powder to set it. It just makes it really easy to get ready in the morning. And then for bronzer, I use the Luminizing Powder by Honest Beauty in the shade Dusk Reflections. I absolutely love this just to warm up the perimeter of my face. And I used the Real Techniques stippling brush to apply that, as well as to apply the blush that is also in my project pan. This is the Honest Beauty Falling For You Cheek Palette, and this is the blush that I am trying to not completely use up, but I want to use it for April and then go ahead and declutter it because I have another blush that I want to use in the summer. So I just want to use this for one more month and then declutter it in the end of April. But I made huge progress on this from beginning of March to the end of March. So I'll show you guys a picture of that, and I am just so impressed at how much progress I made on this blush. It's absolutely beautiful. That's what I'm wearing today, and I think it's like my perfect blush shade for every day. And then for brows, I use the Eye of Horus Brow Define in the shade Dynasty, and I just made this little card that shows the progress that I've made from the intro to March 1st. And then April 1st, that's how much of the product I have left. At this rate, I predict being done with this by July. So I'll keep using it until it's all completely used up. Same with the clear Glossier Boy Brow. This makes a pretty good combination as far as brows go. And then for eyeshadow, I use the 100% pure single eyeshadow in the shade Toffee as a transition shade whenever I would use the Aether Beauty Crystal Grid Gemstone Palette. This is what it looks like. I've done so many videos, 3 videos using this, no, just 2 videos using this eyeshadow palette. I did a get ready with me using some of the shades in this palette, and then I did a 3 looks 1 palette video, and then all of the videos that I filmed in the month of March, I'm wearing some kind of a combination of these colors. And today I am actually wearing this shade right here. I forget what it's called. Let's see. Tourmaline. Right here. Tourmaline. And Intuition right here. So Tourmaline I have all over my crease. And then Intuition I have all over my lid. So I think it just makes a really good, beautiful smoky eye. And I really like it. Woo! Almost dropped it. I keep almost dropping this. I actually dropped it in my last video. And I swear, it's it's pretty sturdy because nothing's popped out of it yet. As many times as I've dropped it already. And then I have 2 liquid liners. The Pacifica one I just put in my March makeup bag because I wanted to test it out for you guys and review, and I really love this. I mentioned this in my March favorite. It has very good clean ingredients, and it has the brush tip applicator, which, as you guys know, I prefer over the felt tip applicators. I also have the Physicians Formula liner just to compare the 2, and this also has the brush tip applicator. This is in my project pan, so I'm going to use this until it's all completely finished, but I really like the Pacifica one. I think from now on I will just keep repurchasing the Pacifica one because it has cleaner ingredients, and I think as far as the price points, they're very comparable. I think this was $9 to $10 from Target, and this was around the same price I picked up from Walmart. So excited about those. And then I have 4 pencil liners that just kind of happened. I got this brown Antonym liner from the March Petit Bour box, and I really like it. Again, I mentioned this in my March favorite, so I won't spend too much time on that, as well as these Pacifica pencil eyeliners. I got it in the nude shade. It's called Bear. I like this to line my waterline, my lower waterline. I didn't do that today, I should have. But I also got the pencil liners in the brown and black. They call the brown Fringe and the black Jet. So that's what they look like. I love these pencil liners, you guys. Like I said, I mentioned them in my March favorites, and they stay in place. They are very pigmented and very clean ingredients from Pacifica. So very excited about those. And then for mascara, I use the Honest Beauty mascara. This is like my ride it or die mascara. Absolutely love. I have no idea how many of these tubes of these I've gone through. I've been using them for about 3 years now, and I've tried others. I've done mascara face-off video where I tried a bunch of other mascaras, but honestly this is just the best for my lashes anyway, and I really like it. And then for my lip products, I put in this Marie Natie lip gloss in the shade Tickled. I didn't intend on putting this in the project pan, but I think just because of how old it's getting, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this in my project pan. So starting in April, this is gonna be a project pan product. I love that. It's a very pretty baby pink shade. Let me swatch it for you guys. That's what it looks like. It's so hydrating and moisturizing, and it tastes like vanilla, and I absolutely love it. And then I also have the what is this called? I always want to say 100% pure. It's a red apple lipstick in the shade Mabel. I told you guys in last month's video that this tastes like it's going bad, and it kind of smells like rancid oils, but I kept using it. That's what I'm wearing right now. It's just so beautiful. I love the color, and I know that if or when this ever goes bad or I finish it, although I think it'll go bad before I have a chance to finish it, I'm gonna have to repurchase this because it's like my perfect My Lips But Better shade, and it's hydrating and it has a very balm-like texture, and I really love it. And then same with Vogue. This is in my project pan, so you'll see the progress on this. I lost it for a week, so I didn't have a chance to use it for a whole entire week. If I did, I think I would have finished it already. It's another one of those very hydrating, I didn't swatch it for you guys, but that's what it looks like. It's like my favorite fall and winter nude because it has like a very like plum-ish color. And then I really love the Maple for spring and summer. And then I also put in this 100% pure pomegranate oil anti-aging lipstick in the shade Narcissus. And I don't think I ever reached for this one time, you guys, last month. So I think I'm gonna go, do I want to put it in my April bag? We'll look at what else I have. And I really like this for spring because it's a beautiful reddish hot pink color. So I think we might put that back in the April bag. So that's it for everything that was in my March makeup bag. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna turn you guys around and we'll pick what will go in my April bag. So this is my current makeup situation. I told you guys in the beginning of the series in February, whenever I only had these two, no, this one and this one. These are one of those acrylic makeup holders that kind of, you can take them apart and assemble it however you want to. But in February, I only had this lipstick holder and this bottom compartment here, these three drawers. And I said I didn't want my makeup holder to get any bigger than that because that means I'm gonna have to fill it with stuff. But if you also noticed in that video, a lot of my things didn't have its own place because in this wall over here that you can't see really, but in this wall I used to have my desk where I also held some of those products that weren't in these two things. And then also, as we were going through our house, because we are getting ready to move, I went through my spare bathroom medicine cabinet and I found some more makeup stuff that I'm not ready to part with yet. Like these false lashes that I really don't wear on an everyday basis, just for special occasions, but I do have two of the lashes and then these B-Rad Cosmetics, the eyelash adhesive remover, so it's like a cleaner for your eyelashes after you use them. So those didn't have their own place, and a bunch of other things like my powders didn't have their own place after I got rid of my desk. So I went ahead and purchased a bigger one of these. They were having some kind of a special on Amazon. So these 4 pieces, this one, this one, this one, and this one, came in that set. So I went ahead and purchased it, and it holds all of my makeup perfectly. And my husband is weed eating outside. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. I don't know how loudly. Nope, I think that's pretty loud. So yeah, that's really loud. We're gonna start over here in a minute. I have my project pan stuff down here and the things that are gonna stay in my April bag from my March bag. So I have the CC cream, the foundation, the Elate cream revealer, the Clove and Hallow concealer I love. And then I got a new bronzer because I told you guys that Honest Beauty and Dusk Reflection is pretty much my only one other than the Juice Beauty blush that I like to use as a bronzer in the summer. But I did go ahead and pick up this Han All Natural bronzer in the shade Maui. I see everyone talking about the shade Malibu, and I think that one is a little bit more light. Actually, I saw a picture going around online that compares the Honest Beauty Dusk Reflection to the Malibu bronzer, and they're pretty similar in color, so I wanted to get something different, so I picked up the Maui bronzer. So that's how they differ. I don't know if you can see that very well at all, but I'm gonna use the Maui bronzer for my April makeup bag. I think that's gonna be really pretty. And then for blush, I'm gonna continue using this little blush here in my palette, but I'm also wanting to use the Clove and Hallow Hydratint, I believe these are called. Yep, Hydratint in the shade Blossom, and it's one of those that looks like a nail polish, and it has like a nail polish like applicator. And I'm going to swatch a little bit for you guys. But that's what it looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to play with this angle. I don't know if it's working too well. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That I think is going to be perfect for spring. So I'm going to put that in my makeup bag. For eyebrows, I'm going to continue using the Eye of Horus and the Glossier Boy Brow. Liquid liners, the Physicians Formula, mascara. The Honest Beauty one. I know it's so boring, right? And then for lips, I really want to finish Vogue, so this is gonna stay until I'm done with it. I'm so close. And then I'm gonna keep Narcissus in my April bag because I said that's gonna be such a perfect spring color. And then I also picked up 2 of these Au Naturale lip glosses. I got it in the shade Tickled Pink. And I want to swatch it for you. That's what Tickled Pink looks like. These are kind of really frosty. And then this other one is called Passion Fruit. And this is a little bit more nude. That looks very pretty on the lips. I hope it's focusing okay for you guys. But I'll do another get ready with me, and so you guys can see this in action just like I did last month. So I'm really excited to be playing with these. And I told you guys that I'm gonna put the Natie lip gloss in my project pan, and I stored it standing up so that way I can see how much product is in there, and I'm gonna mark this for April 1st. And then for eyeshadow, let's see over here. I have my like kind of nude eyeshadows here, some more darker eyeshadows here, and then my eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna focus on this month. And I asked you guys whether I should buy the Honest Beauty eyeshadow palette or the the Clove and Hallow eyeshadow palette, and I did a little poll on Instagram, and a lot of you guys said the Honest Beauty eyeshadow palette, so that's what I got. That's what the shadows look like. It's so pretty. I've only swatched these on my arms. I have not played with them or anything, so I'm very excited to do that get ready with me and show you guys how this works and how I like it. I'll do another 3 looks 1 palette with that. So what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't have a pencil liner, and I want to get a little bit more use out of this Honest Beauty True Velvet eyeliner in the shade Truly Cocoa. This has been discontinued, but this is one of my favorite eyeliners also. It's very creamy. It kind of reminds me really of the Antonym eyeliners, but like I said, sadly this is discontinued, but I do want to get more use out of it. Oh, and also, remember whenever I did my lipstick declutter, I said that I would give this one another try. Which one is it? This Bite Beauty lip crayon in the shade Orchid in the spring. And this is the time to wear this with my very neutral eyeshadow palette. I think this is really gonna go really well with those. The question is, will I be brave enough to actually wear this shade? Because it's, I don't know, bold, and I will have to see if I can pull it off. I really like it, but it's very different. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my April makeup bag, and in the end of April, if I decide that I want to keep it because it's beautiful and I'm brave enough to wear it often enough, I will keep it, but if not, I'll go ahead and declutter it. So I think that is going to be it for our March makeup bag. I'm gonna go... Oh my gosh, my husband is mowing again. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these in my makeup bag, and thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye! There he is, being loud. Can you see him?